Hi, Capricorns. This is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your March 2026 single psychic prediction. Today, I'm going to ask our spirit guides what's next in love, what's coming towards you, what is the energy that is near you, a confirmation, possibly somebody on your mind. I do have some charms and initials today, so we'll be taking a look at those as well. And we'll be asking our guides what it is they really need you to know in the days ahead. So welcome back, everybody. Welcome to anybody that's newly guided here for the first time. Let's see what they have for you for the cards and messages. Let's call them in now. Spirit, I ask that you guide me with loving messages. What is it that you have for us? What is it that you need us to know at this time? Sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Cross watchers are always welcome, of course. Spirit, for my Capricorns, what is it that you need them to hear today? I am listening for you now. I have a pedestal, the number 38. Oh boy, I definitely felt like they put you on a pedestal, but in a good way. Like you're going to come first, that I look up to you, that I respect you, that I'm not going to let anybody throw you under the bus energy. So you're going to be on a pedestal. They're going to admire you. They're impressed by you. A little bit of a like kind of wow, you know, I'm definitely interested. So I like that feeling. I think everybody, you know, especially if it turns into your spouse, I always feel like you should have your spouse on a pedestal. I always feel like you should admire your spouse, you know, so I think that's beautiful. Trillium. Okay, so the number 9, Trillium. Okay, this tranquil is how it came into me. Okay, tranquility. Yeah, maybe I feel at peace with this person. Maybe I am very content. Maybe they're saying I'm listening to my energy. Okay, that I'm feeling my energy. I'm not just kind of thinking. I'm not just kind of over analyzing it. I'm actually feeling, what am I feeling when I'm with this person? And I feel pretty calm when I'm with this person. So for those of you that are very sensitive energetically, and you pick up and you absorb other people's energy very fast, feel that energy, because that could be an energy that you're living with. And it might not be an energy that you want. But right now it's coming into me as tranquility. And I feel very nice with that, you know, sense of tranquility. The number 35, a summer dragon. So summer season. Summer season. They're saying flowers are in full bloom. Okay. I do feel the hot sun. I do feel the full bloom flowers. Okay. So this could be coming into our lives, say June, July, August. We'll see what the cards say, but I do feel this hot sun on my face. I feel light flows, flowers are everywhere. So full bloom. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 5 of Pentacles. I have a 10 of Cups. I have an 8 of Swords. And I have an Ace of Cups. The 5 of Pentacles, it's this little opossum on this card. Can you see the opossum? And it has 3 little babies. So part of me feels that somebody has raised 3 children on their own, single parent, or they're raising 3 children right now. So there was a sense of, I have a lot on my plate, certainly if you're raising 3 children. So, but I do feel like I'm entitled to being happy. Just because I'm a single parent with kids doesn't mean I shouldn't have the love of my life. So, but I'm going to say that that's the package. I'm going to say there's a sense of package deal, and they know it. Okay. And they're fine with that. Okay. So the more that it was almost like the more the merrier. They could have a couple kids too. So it could be somebody who just loves kids and it's not even an issue. You know, if they care about you, they're going to care about the kids, put it that way. I have a 10 of Cups and an Ace of Cups. I want to go into my 8 of Swords first because what's been holding you back? Probably what's been holding me back is I'm so busy with raising kids, or I was. You know, maybe there were years that, you know, having a relationship wasn't even on the radar screen because it's like, well, how am I going to do that? When am I going to do that? So, or you just weren't interested because you put all your focus on the kids. So I get it. 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, you do deserve to be happy. And it feels like a wonderful life is how it just came into me. And it's something that I do want. I want my kids around me. If we have kids, I want to feel like I have my own life and my own relationship also. I want to feel like an adult again, they're saying. I want to talk to adults. So maybe I'm so used to talking to kids. A little bit of I talk to kids all day long. So I need to talk to adults. I need my adult partner, something like that. I have a 3 of Cups. Beautiful. Yeah, that 3 of a 3. I feel like there could be, you know, one of us maybe has one child, the other person has 2. So, but I feel like there's children involved in this connection. Now, some of you, if you haven't had children yet, it could be a clue. Hey, you're going to have 3 children in your lifetime. So that's okay too. I have a King of Swords, 3 of Cups. I have a Page of Swords. And I have a Queen of Wands. I feel like the Page is, and definitely the King energy is that we talk about it right up front. That, do you know what you're getting into? And the person says, yeah, I know what I'm getting into. I know what kids are. I'm fine with it. You know, they're saying the kids could be a little bit older. They're not little kids. So the kids are a little bit older. Yeah, okay. We might, you know, for the next 5 or 10 years, maybe we've got to get them through high school and college or something like that. But I don't feel like I'm raising babies. I feel like maybe teenagers, mini teens, you know, something like that. But I feel like they know what they're getting into and they're on board. Okay. So you're a package. I love the package. If I love you, I'm going to love these kids. Okay. I feel like you need to hear that. I have a Queen of Wands and a King of Wands. I don't want to walk away from this connection because it's not like, I mean, it could be just the stage in your life too, that it's nearly impossible to meet somebody that hasn't had a relationship with somebody else, and possibly meeting somebody that has never had children before. So basically, a lot of people that you're dating, that's the situation. So it is what it is. Got to raise the kids. They come first. But at the same time, I don't want to walk away from this because I'm really into you. Okay. I really like our connection. I really like how we are working together. I really like this interaction. Okay. And I also like the family atmosphere. There's a sense of this person. Maybe they never had kids on their own and they always hoped they would have children in their life somehow. And maybe they just like the kind of energy in the house. You know, the kids are active. There's stuff going on all the time. Maybe they like that. It's a big part of who they are and they fit right in. So, but I'm really, I'm not going to walk away from it because I'm really into you. Okay, so that's the bottom line with that. Spirit, tell me more about this connection. I want the whole package is basically what they're sharing with me. Glimmers of hope. Gather knowledge and support to dispel any darkness, light, education, caring. But I like the kind of the candles are lit, okay? That I've got light, I've got hope, I have joy. I'm not in the darkness as to what I'm getting into. You're not in the darkness, they're not in the darkness. You know, and again, it's some people have never experienced having children, and it's a gift. You know, even if it becomes a step parent, you know, it's like could be the best thing that's ever happened to somebody, to have these beautiful relationships with a child. I have psychic ability. This phase is of heightened intuition, requires trust. You could know that this is the person. I mean, there's these King of Wands, Queen of Wands. I feel like it's very strong. I do feel like they're saying a very intimate connection. Okay, so it could be a very psychic connection. It could be a very telepathic connection. But it's an intimate connection, and it's a deep connection. They're sharing with me, we have been really, really smart at looking at all the moving parts and pieces. We know, both of us know what we're getting into. There's this incredible sense of we both know exactly what we're looking at. I have duality, accepting your whole self, both the light and the shadows. Part of me feels like you are afraid that somebody won't accept you because you're a package. A lot of people won't. Okay, then they're not your person. That's not who Spirit wants for you. That Spirit wants you to be with somebody who sees this as an opportunity to create a family and to be a part of a family. Spirit, please share with me some messages of initials, first initials, last initials. I have an F, an L, N, R, E, B, D, P. They're F, M, N, G, I, O, and the letter U. Okay. And I have some new letters. These I did myself. They're the first letter or the second letter of a name. Okay, so first name, last name, but these are like the beginnings of a name. So I think these are even closer. I have an ED, a BA, DY, JE, RO, JU, JO, GO, another RO, I have a DI, and I have a CH. Okay, so for some of you, if those connect to you, let me know in the comments that they definitely meant something to you. I always like to hear. Spirit, please share with me some messages from our fairies. Let's see what they say. Hidden depths. Something hidden is about to come to light. Perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. I'm going to go with vulnerability. When they said that you are very intimate, that told me that not only are you physically intimate, but I feel like that pillow talk afterwards, we're very emotional. I feel like we're very vulnerable. We're kind of pulling to the surface a lot of stuff, getting to know each other. And I'm going to say it feels good. It feels good to just kind of let your person know who you are, what you've been through. I have solitude. Think of being alone as meaning you are all one and in total harmony with everything. The greatest treasures are those that wait silently during your quiet times. There's a lot of people out there who are happy being single. There's nothing wrong with being single. But if you're ready for a relationship, then I feel like part of the package is that you've got to accept kind of this situation, my life that I'm in right now. Like, my kids aren't going anywhere. When I met my husband, I had 2 kids. He had 3. We had 5 kids in college at the same time. So it was a lot, but we knew the kids were going to grow. We knew they were going to get through college. And today they're all on their own and doing their own thing. And 3 of them are married and 2 of them are having a baby. And, you know, so they grow over time, you know. So, but yeah, we had 5 children between us. It's a lot. I have hope. Hope is always there, even if you can't see it. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation. Yeah, I do feel like people are struggling with, I'm having a hard time finding somebody who wants to be in a relationship with somebody who has a child. It just means that you're meeting the wrong people. They're not yours. They're not your person yet. Just remember, there's going to be a lot more no's than there are yeses. So when you meet the person who you're supposed to be with, they're going to accept you and they're going to love your children because they're a part of you. Spirit, please share with me. I have wavy hair. I have freckles. It looks like I have little freckles on my nose. Maybe they say, do you know you have freckles? Maybe the freckles come out more in the sun. I love the arts. I love museums, culture, art. Sports. I like sports. Sports fan. Gym for sure. I'm generous. I like to give gifts. I give cards, they're saying. I send little messages. I leave little notes. So get a little bit of a romantic energy happening there. They try to do little things to show you they care. I have law being important, attorney, court systems, law school, even marriage. I'm picky. I'm not going to be with just anybody. I have some tendency to be nerdy at times. So that could be you. That could be them. It's okay. A little bit of a nice guy next door energy coming in now. I have writer. That feels more like messages. That is it nerdy to send you little love notes? Is it nerdy to leave you little notes on the kitchen counter? I don't think so. They like to surprise you. I do feel like it's their way of kind of doing a little something. So you kind of are always thinking of them. So that could be what's going on. I don't know if it's necessarily nerdy or it's cute, you know, it's just sweet. But I do feel like that's important. Spirit, please share with me. Tell me any signs. I have an Aquarius. I have my best friend. You're my best friend. I have a Libra. There's that kind of scale of justice again coming in. I have manifesting in your life. So this beautiful gem. Is this what you've been manifesting? I have a Virgo. I have smooth sailing. I like smooth sailing. I think that sometimes we worry about introducing somebody to children. And you don't want to do it too fast, Spirit just said. You want to do it at the right time when it makes sense for both of you, that you both know it's serious and it's not it's going to continue. But you want to make sure that, you know, the kids are ready for it, something like that. But you could be worried that it's not going to work. And the kids are like, this is great. I'm so glad mommy and daddy are, you know, or mommy or daddy are happy, you know. So Sometimes we put way more thought into it than the kids. The kids are like, yeah, this is great. You know, they took us to the park today to play. They took us out for, you know, hamburgers. Yeah, so it's, we worry about it more than the kids do, but I guess, you know, you want to do it the right way. Okay, so I have some beautiful charms. Let's do some charms. I have this beautiful green depression glass for my March theme. And let's get some numbers, drop in charms. And let's see, maybe these numbers make sense to you. I have the number 6, June, 8, August, 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 days, 6 days, 5th of the month. I have a 6 again, and I have the number 2. So those could be birthday dates. They could be February, June, things, you know, that connect to you. All right, let's get a nice scoop here. Let's see what they say. Okay. I'm going to go with this. It looks like a moth to me, but it feels more like a moth is drawn to the light. So you could be the light, and they're just kind of drawn to you. They just don't know why, but their energy is just constantly going to you. It's just constantly thinking about you. It's constantly connecting to you. So, you know, you're the light and they're the moth. So you're drawing this person. I have an elephant. That feels like I don't forget anything. This person doesn't forget birthdays, anniversaries. This person will remember our first date, where I took you, what day was our first date. Maybe they're really good with dates and numbers and things like that. But it feels like they're not going to forget very significant days and times. Maybe they write it down, they set alarms in their phone. But I feel like nothing is going to get by them as far as that. So don't worry about somebody, you know, ever forgetting your birthday. That's not going to happen. I have a lucky break here with this 4-leaf clover. Okay, so make a wish, a little bit of a wish energy coming in there. I have a bulldog, and I'm going to say protective. I'm going to say this person is protective of you. Okay, what did they say? They put you on a pedestal. Okay, so this person isn't going to allow somebody to talk behind your back or throw you under the bus. Even if they agree with it, they would be, it's wrong for me to take somebody else's side other than yours. Okay, so they might say something in private to you and just say, you know, I stood up for you, but, you know, something was wrong. But they're going to defend you, is how I feel. So it's kind of like that 2 against 1, no matter what. So you have that protection. There's a protection energy around this. I believe in love. I believe in trying again. I believe in, I've always wanted, I'm going to say a successful relationship. That if they had a relationship in the past that they struggled with, it just didn't work out. We weren't on the same page. You know, I always saw myself with a family and a happy home and kids, but the cards didn't deal me that. And now I have a chance to have that in my lifetime. So, yeah, you know, it's kind of the second chance at love. So I didn't give up. I'm going to put the unicorn with that. I'm going to say I never gave up on that. I always saw myself in that kind of a lifestyle. It just didn't happen that way. That happens to a lot of people. Doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I love Halloween. Okay, maybe that's my favorite holiday. I love Halloween. A little bit of my birthday's around Halloween. So let me think about this for a second. So Halloween would be a Scorpio energy, right? Scorpio energy. Okay, so possibly I feel like in or around the fall could be a birthday. And I have this kind of brass horn. I feel like I tried to play an instrument when I was younger. You know, everybody kind of tries to pick an instrument, you know, saxophone, trumpet, you know, it could be any of those types of instruments, you know, and you're laughing about it, saying, you know, that lasted about 6 weeks. And I have, okay, the pentacle. All right, so that came into me as just abundance more than anything. And then I have this beautiful binoculars. And they're saying, I see into the future. I see a future with you. Okay, so I'm looking at it clearly. I'm looking at it intently. I'm looking in detail. So this person could be daydreaming. You know, it's a feeling of, I'm just going to say, I see a future. Okay, that maybe you're not aware this person is thinking that far out. But I definitely see a future with you, but I'm even going into more detail. I'm kind of, you know, zoning in on what does that look like? What would that be like? So that feels good. That feels good. A moth to the flame, a moth to the light. So there you go. Protective energy. Not going to throw you under the bus. That's important. We all want that person. Spirit, what else do you have for us? Let's see, when is this connection coming our way? Let's see what they say time-wise. I have let it be a mystery, the number 36. Divine timing. Give it time. It's in the works. Spirit could be working on it right now. Okay. Just kind of setting things up, getting you prepared, getting them prepared. By the end of the month, that's a good one, number 53. And I have July. Yeah, there was a lot of summer heat around this connection, right? Hot sun, the flowers are in full bloom. So I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, it's like really up and running or it's hot and heavy. Over the summer, you know, and that's okay. That is not that far away. That's just a heartbeat away, really. And let's see what the feelings will be. Spirit, can you share with me some loving feelings? What is it that you need me to know? It's uncanny what we have in common. Feels like we just hit it off. For you, baby, I would. So what did they say? Your package. For you, I would. I take on the responsibility of helping you raise these children. Okay, maybe they don't have to adopt them, but they would have to be a part of their life in some way. And they know that. So whether it's 1 or 2 or 3 or more, they know what they're getting into. I'm in tune with what your body needs. There's an intimacy here. There's no one I trust my heart with but you. That came into me as I'm there for you. Like my heart is here. I'm there for you. It's so good with you. I never want to leave. So I would say that this is someone who comes into your energy, and we don't have a lot of that back and forth, that we ask a lot of questions. We talk a lot about what we're getting into in a situation and kind of what's on each person's plate. And we make sure that that's something that we both want to sign up for. So I feel like then we are just, we really want to be together, and we stay together, and we just kind of live our life and do what we need to do. So it feels like a blessing, you know, whether it's combined family, you know, feelings like that. I feel like it's a blessing. In the long run, it's a huge blessing. It could be a huge blessing that this person came into your life because they are the best thing that ever happened to your children. So it's that kind of a feeling for those of you that have children. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. I want to thank you all for being here. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you for your comments. And if you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, kathymamolin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other 2 YouTube channels. I'll put the links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your March messages, and we'll see you all again real soon.